Hello, welcome to this tutorial. Today I'll be teaching you how to do a teleport effect using Visionlab Home Studio. Alright, first thing you want to do is obviously open Visionlab. For this effect we're going to select blank timeline. These settings should work fine. We have two clips we're going to be using to do this teleport effect. The first one is just a blank background shot of the set with no actors present. The second is the actor actually in the act of teleportation. In order to film this kind of effect, you need to keep your camera on a steady tripod, and you need to film a completely blank background for as long as it takes to get a still shot of the image. So you'll need to film that, and you'll need to film your actor actually teleporting. So those are two clips we're going to import: the blank background and the actor actually coming in. You want to drag your background layer on the bottom, and your other layer needs to be on top. If you're doing an effect where you just want your actor to come in and the original scene was blank, and you want to drag your footage over a couple frames, 60 is 2 seconds, it's a little long, we're going to go with about 40. Now to do this effect, it looks somewhat cooler, I don't know, if your actor fades into the shot instead of just bam appearing. So what we're going to do is, you're going to select your footage of the actor, you select grade on the first frame that this shot is viewed on, scroll on down to transparency, and drag the slider all the way to 0. What you're seeing now is just the grade of that clip, but if you click on the overall view, you'll see you're only looking at the background layer because the top layer is completely transparent. So if you hold shift and over, press the over arrow key, it skips ahead a few frames, which is good enough for this effect. Click back on your transparency filter and drag the slider all the way back up to 100. In this clip now your actor is all the way opaque. So you go from this frame to being completely transparent to being 100% opaque by this frame, which gives the illusion of your actor fading onto the set, fading onto the shot. Thing to add to the effect, to make it more interesting, we're going to add a smoke explosion. For this we can use a preset found in the particles. Scroll down to realistic smoke explosion, and you can drag this directly on top on the first frame that you will be appearing on, that your actor will be appearing on. The frame doesn't actually start, the effect doesn't actually start until about the 5th frame, so if you drag it over about 3 or 4 frames it works nicely. And as you can see by about this frame, the smoke's coming in, your actor's appearing, but obviously that's not what we want. So you have to go back to the first frame of your smoke explosion, make sure it's on the first frame, click on the emitter attributes tab, and drag the point to about the spot where actor will be appearing. That way, when the smoke comes in, it comes in on the right spot. You can see your actor clearly through that part. You can see here, as your actor fades in, the smoke appears, and by about this frame, the smoke is dispersing, and your actor is fully opaque. But we've encountered a slightly obvious problem. There are smoke particles here and here, but that doesn't make sense because if your actor's here, the smoke's going to disperse this way, but it's going to disperse behind the counter and pillar that we see here. So what we need to do is add a mask, freehand. We're just going to draw a quick mask around your pillar and around your bar counter here, all the way up around this part of the shot, right here, around these cases and shelves. This is more useful and a lot more practical when dealing with a smoke explosion, that you bring the scale up a lot on so that the smoke disperses a lot more, but might as well just go ahead and do it all the way just in case. And drag your last point to close the shape, and hit animate. Now when you go back to your overall view, you'll see there's no more smoke particles down here, but yet they still remain behind in places. So the final thing to do now is set your out point, go up to the render tab, scroll down and hit render. You have to hit no sound, but it's easy to add the sound back in using your editing software. We'll call this teleport, give it a name. And finally, frames per second, 29.97 is the default setting that your camcorder probably uses. It's the best setting for this effect. We'll make it key every frame on one frame, or you can deselect it, it doesn't make a difference. And the quality, we'll choose best, obviously gives it the best effect. And when your effect is finished, you have a nice, good teleport. Realistic, interesting with the smoke. Add a sound effect to really sell the effect, and your teleport's good. Thank you for your time, that's all I have.